Hello. Today's video is going to be a little bit different than my normal ones. Today's video is going to be about the Cryptohopper version of Jackrabbit and how it corresponds to its TradingView counterpart. Back when I started the original version of Jackrabbit on Cryptohopper, I made it extremely aggressive, almost to the state of attacking the market. This process is seen here. Now I'm using the J.R.Ling mindset, which is an exact copy of the Cryptohopper version, to demonstrate this in TradingView. As you can see, the buy and the sell markers are extremely aggressive. When it first came out, Jackrabbit needed the Cryptohopper template to control its aggression, as it was almost like a rabid animal with distemper. Since Cryptohopper introduced the auto merge feature that gave a way of taking care of the rabies and distemper that the original strategy had. From the standpoint of the Cryptohopper template, with auto merge, this part simulates it so that you will see how it works now with the modern updates that Cryptohopper has made. For the purpose of the modern updates, we don't use these sell signals. That is for very advanced trading and very aggressive trading. In Cryptohopper, that would be sell by strategy. I don't recommend using it because for most people it is simply too aggressive. Instead, I recommend using the auto merge feature, which this process demonstrates how it works. It is important that you remember that this is an extremely aggressive process, and this will demonstrate why I recommend a minimum of 1,000 USDT per coin. Now right here you see I have 139 maximum purchases. If you take just $10 a purchase, you're looking at a minimum of $1,390, almost $1,400 for this one single coin for a 7-day time frame. Excuse me, a 17-day time frame. As I have repeatedly said, this is aggressive and needs to be carefully tested. The Cryptohopper version of Jackrabbit is very, very aggressive. It attacks the market, and through that attacking process, it builds itself into an average profit that does very well. It requires careful study of your coins. It requires careful analysis of your budget, but it works very well and very aggressively. And some coins can just be outright vicious, like this one. This is roughly $2,400 for this budget so far, and it's still not done accumulating. So this is why I always recommend the best market cap coins. ETC is not above the 1 billion mark, so weaker coins are going to have automatically larger accumulations, and they can be quite aggressive. When you are working with your coins and you are choosing them. Be diligent in your research. Another coin with lesser volume and $2,500 so far as a rough minimum. These can be quite elaborate. Let's take a look at Bitcoin. Right now, $1,500 as its maximum, but you notice how often it profits. The Cryptohopper version of Jackrabbit is meant to try to scalp these profits as much as possible. This combination simulates the Cryptohopper version of Jackrabbit and the Jackrabbit USDT template. The combination does well together. It's fast, it's aggressive, and it is very profitable if you plan everything carefully. Planning is essential. Lack of planning or bad markets can be devastating. The 5-minute time frame is the most aggressive. Let's go to the 15-minute time frame. As you can see, it can be just as aggressive under the right market conditions and the right coins, even though it takes longer for the accumulation. Now let's look at a 30-minute. And even more aggressive. Now the maximum purchases. This is where I look at just how bad the market can get. As you can see, recently the market has done very well, and there's not that much accumulation. But as we proceed through this, we will get to the point of massive accumulation. Here is a good example. This particular run shows an incredibly aggressive accumulation. And that is exactly what this does. Aggressively accumulate. Don't be surprised when you see this kind of accumulation. This is how Jackrabbit comes out on top of a market in any condition. It literally aggressively attacks it. The cascading down runs, like you see here, this is candy. Notice it buys, it waits, it buys. This is the kind of markets that Jackrabbit really goes crazy over and can get aggressively to the point of extremely unusual behavior. This is where you might need to use a cool down in your Cryptohopper template. Think of Jackrabbit as a Bugatti engine and a Volkswagen body. You have a lot of power in one little tiny vehicle, and sometimes that power can be overwhelming. The template is a steering wheel, your brakes, and your gear selector. And sometimes you just need to back it down and literally slow down the aggression level. The market lately has been quite difficult to work with, as this shows you. This is deep, heavy, aggressive accumulation. And that means a lot of money being sucked up into this one single position. You need to be aware of that and be careful of that. Be careful with your coins. Not every coin is a good choice. Be diligent. Research your coins carefully. As you can see, the profits that this offers is very generous. For example, TradingView says on a 30-minute time frame, it can pull in $1,700 in profit. But you see the accumulation cycles here when it really gets deep and aggressive. If you have the budget, this is a very nice profit. If you don't have the budget, this is a nightmare. The Cryptohopper version of Jackrabbit, and now its counterpart comparison, the TradingView version of Jackrabbit through JR-Lane and the DCA module, are perfect examples of how attacking a market aggressively can be profitable, but only if you plan carefully. As you can see, in going through the entire Black Thursday situation, this is the deepest, most aggressive accumulation of the entire year. And it took a lot of time to get out of this position. Now, the one area that TradingView does not get right is your maximum buys. 315 maximum buys. That means it made 315 purchases to get one single profit. That means you exposed a minimum of $3,150 to get this profit. Now, it may be a 30% profit for the totality, but that is still a lot of exposure and high risk. So you need to take your time and really carefully look at your situations. Pick the right coins, because some coins are just bad, while other coins are on target. Like this one, maximum purchase, roughly $1,200. That is reasonable for this kind of an aggressive algorithm. It's not the best if you don't have a strong budget. Then you need to use a cool down, increase your take profit, so forth. And even then, you have to play with the numbers to get the right combination. Because the more profit you take, the more accumulation you will need to acquire it. Which is often why I say you should set your take profit at a beginning of 1 for your exchange, if that's what your exchange supports for your fees. If you're on Binance or Binance America, oftentimes I use a take profit of 0.7% because it gets you in the market quickly, out of the market quickly, and it pays your fees. Aggressive, hyper aggregating algorithms or hyper-aggressive aggregating algorithms can be wonderful tools when you plan for them. When you don't plan for them, they will be your worst nightmare. Don't underestimate just how aggressive this can get with the wrong coin. This is driven by trading volume, which means if you don't have a coin with strong trading volume, you're not going to be able to get out of a situation quick enough before it can turn very bad. It is also driven by market capital. So by having both of these, you see a situation where a coin can be your best friend and your worst nightmare. Algo is a very good coin and one of my personal favorites. But make no mistake, it can be an extremely difficult and aggressive coin to work with. Do not underestimate how quickly a market can come back and shred your portfolio. Jackrabbit is built on a basis of this kind of aggression. This is riding a roller coaster without a seatbelt. If you have the budget and you have the risks, this will bring you in a lot. If you aren't prepared for it, this will shred you. So for the 30-minute time frame, this is roughly 108 days. This is using an $11 position size. It is capable of bringing in $7,300. That is a huge amount. But in order to get that, it needed an $8,500 budget at a minimum. So, high risk, high reward. Just make sure you're ready for the risk and that you can hold out for the reward. Because if at any point in time you run out of funds, meaning you can't continue to sustain the accumulation, you will end up with a very, very big mess. And it will be very hard to get out of this very big mess. So you need to plan carefully. I cannot, under any circumstances, understate how important the planning process is. You must be prepared to handle this kind of an extreme situation. Make sure you do plenty of testing. I often encourage you running a paper bot and your live bot side by side just so you can confirm and tweak your settings as quickly as possible with as much information as possible. The advantage you have on a paper bot is you don't have a budget limit, which means you can set it up for $100,000 and watch how much a particular coin can accumulate without taking on any real-world risk. Be sure you carefully use that practice because it can save you a very big, deep headache. So while this can make stellar profits, it can be extremely devastating, even at these smaller time frames. Now, I often say the conservative version is the 30-minute strategy, and it is. This is a 17-day strategy, and it pulled in $218 over the last 17 days. But over that 17 days, it accumulated 47 positions. Now that's just within the last specific 17 days. We've already seen by examining the other time frames, it can go up to 800 positions. For Cryptohopper, This is impossible without the auto merge feature. So if you don't use auto merge, then this coin will wreck even the hero subscription. So you need to be aware of every single detail before you commit any money to your trading. Do your research carefully. I cannot emphasize that enough. Jackrabbit is a powerful trading strategy. It is based and built on the entire premise of attacking the market. But that attack has a price, and you must be prepared to pay that price. Never risk more than you can afford to lose, and always be willing to lose everything you risk. That is the driving principle behind Jackrabbit for Cryptohopper and Jackrabbit for TradingView. Be prepared for the market. Understand it, study it, watch it. Don't take shortcuts in your trading. If you need 3 months to study it, use every single second as much as you can. If you feel comfortable after only 2 days, all fine and well. But remember, be prepared. Think about the worst case scenario. While the last 3.5 days only used $470 roughly. That's not the case as we've seen with deep analysis. This coin can require a minimum budget of $8,500 by itself. If you've traded 20 coins and you think you can do so on a $10,000 budget, a coin like this will wipe you out in a matter of no time. Don't underestimate the market. Don't underestimate just how bad the worst case scenario can get, because it can get very bad very quickly. Don't take shortcuts, ever. Whether you trade in cryptocurrencies, stocks, or Forex, it doesn't matter. Jackrabbit can trade all 3 of them, and Jackrabbit can equally and aggressively attack all 3 of them. When you're functioning at this level in trading, mistakes can be catastrophic. Test, retest, and retest yet again each and every possible combination to prepare for what will eventually be the worst case scenario. It is not a matter of if, but only a matter of when. We have already seen very quickly, just within the last few days, how unfriendly the market can be. And we haven't even hit the bottom of what could be a very deep bear market. Many economists are predicting Bitcoin could easily drop from $3,000 to $900. So somewhere in that range, we could be seeing that price. Will we? I don't know. But I do know that historically there has been enough evidence that has shown that Bitcoin can be very aggressive. Historically, it has shown that we can go down very, very deep. Let's go back to Black Thursday. Here we go. So roughly $4,000. So it went from 10,000 to 4,000. Bitcoin lost $6,000 in one very short period. It was able to regain it, and it was able to profit a lot, but it still took a very brutal and aggressive 60% drop in volume. For those that could play it out and watch it and could handle all of this accumulation, they came out with a very generous profit. For those that weren't prepared for this, they were decimated. They lost their portfolios. They were liquidated. And there was no mercy in the market. The market hemorrhaged cash at unbelievable rates. And just by looking at this process, you can see just how quickly money can go. One single candle, 1 hour. And yet, look how much capital this asset lost. But look how much money this coin made. It made a killing. The attack principles behind this algorithm did exceptionally well. So for the 1 hour time frame, $1,800. For the 5-minute time frame with the most recent history, the last 17 days, $200. So for 17 days, one coin, $200. If you have the capital to trade on a larger radius, that is pure, unadulterated profit. So study the charts, research everything carefully, and look at aggressive strategies with the right frame of mind, the right focus, and the right preparation. And short of a market apocalypse, you can ride out any market condition. Cryptohopper's Jackrabbit is a powerful tool for Cryptohopper. But for anybody that wants that combination on any other platform, this does just that, identically. Now I've placed the link to this already in the Jackrabbit settings area, and I've talked about it previously because this is the JR-Link DCA version 2 module. So whether you are simply happy with Cryptohopper and wanted to know how it works, or as most often has been lately, migrated from Cryptohopper but still wanted what you were comfortable with and familiar with, this provides that exact framework. This is exactly how the Cryptohopper version of Jackrabbit behaves in the TradingView form. So, here you are. A powerful tool with extreme aggression that does exceptionally well. This is one roller coaster ride that can be crazy, but very profitable. Until next time.